Hi, Shelley. How are you today?
I'm pretty good, Valerie. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So you came in today. Is there something that's been on your mind that you would like to discuss?
Yeah, I know I need to add weight training to my health routine, my exercise routine. And honestly, I just don't want to. I want to, but I don't want to. And I was really hoping maybe you could help get me unstuck.
Okay. Well, let's start with kind of what's your reasoning for you wanting to do weight training?
I believe that weight training increases bone density. My mom has some fragile bones now in her older years. And although I don't have the same health concerns that she does, that gives me pause and makes me think that I need to take care of my bones now. I had a hysterectomy about almost 2 years ago now, and I'm not on any type of hormone replacement. And I know that that can cause some frailty in my bones. And I want to be a robust old lady doing all kinds of physical stuff. And so part of me knows I need to do it, and the other part of me is just, I guess, being stubborn.
Perfect. And you kind of know yourself, and you know you have the ability to kind of create that scene when you're able to. Are you aware
Mm-hmm.
of that?
Yeah,
Okay.
except
And I
for
heard
it.
you say kind of.
Go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead, Shelley.
You would think I could, but apparently I can't.
And kind of, can you elaborate on that a little bit on why you can't?
Well, it seems like just knowing the benefit of it and knowing that, like part of me wants to do it, you'd think I would just do it. And I just don't seem to.
Okay, so you're stating that you just seem like you just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have my permission? Can I get your permission kind of to give you maybe a little bit of advice?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is that you want to do it. This is kind of your reasoning because of the bone density. You kind of experiencing it, seeing it firsthand with your mother, kind of, and you want to start that weight training. There's just
Mm-hmm.
something that's really small that's stopping you.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that with some some encouragement, and if you really dig deep down inside, I think you can find that ability to be able to get you to that point. Would you agree?
Yeah. I guess I'm just confused as to why I'm not doing that. I am. I'm just very confused.
Okay. So, what would be two things before we leave today, though, like that you would kind of want to work on to get to that point? How would you build yourself up to get to at least step one?
Um, maybe if I thought about all the reasons that I think I'm not doing it, I don't know. Maybe I don't know well enough what's standing in my way so I can take charge of it. Does that make any sense at all?
It does, yeah. And if you kind of take a look at it this other way as well, if you don't mind me stating, is that what about all the reasons that you could do it? Have you thought about that?
Yeah. I yeah. I also think one of the things is that there's some changes in my life coming that'll give me a little bit more time. And I'm just really wondering if I've been trying to force myself when I was just overwhelmed with other things. And maybe it might just be going to get easier naturally, maybe.
Okay. So it sounds like you have other factors that are kind of affecting you to be able to even start the process of weight training. What are some of those?
Um, I have a lot of things that are taking up a ton of time, and I already get up really early in the morning. And to get through getting the dogs where they go and preparing meals for the day and, taking care of whatever housework stuff has been piling up, laundry or dishes or whatever. Um, it just, the time that I am good at exercising is in the morning, but it just seems like every day I'm getting up really early, but I still have a complete full schedule of stuff that kind of has to be done before I get to work. And by the time I get home from work, I'm too exhausted, and I know myself well enough that working out in the evening doesn't work. So I'm hoping it'll kind of just magically start happening, I guess.
So you just don't have any time. There's no time to allocate for weight training.
That's not entirely true. It's probably an excuse. I probably could figure out the time. Like maybe shift some of the stuff from the morning into the evening.
So it looks like you want to kind of move things around in your life. How would you prioritize? How would that prioritization look like?
Well, I know if I do things first thing in the morning, I'm much more likely to do them. So I'm wondering if maybe if I cut one thing out, that's the morning routine, and like try to either ask somebody else to do it or put it later in the day somehow. Or maybe, I know one thing I could maybe try is like leave something one day but plan on doing it the next, and on the day I don't do it, I could do weight training instead. Maybe that might work.
That sounds like a really good idea, Shelley. That sounds really good. Now, have you even, when will you start on this? Are you giving yourself a deadline or a time frame, or?
It's a good question. I hadn't really thought about setting a start date. Well, I know that my school ends on this coming Sunday, and I'm going to be having some vacations starting, well, really starting a week from tomorrow. So maybe that would be the day I could start as my first day of vacation, because then I'm off until after Labor Day. So that would give me flexibility in my schedule, and maybe I could start getting into a routine.
So, well, that's great actually that you're thinking about it, and it seems like you're going to have a task that's going to come off your day-to-day kind of living. So you're thinking about supplementing that with your weight training. That's a really good thought, Shelley.
Yeah, that does make it seem like it could be more possible. I've been just kind of beating myself up that I haven't just done it, but maybe it just hasn't been as realistic as I was trying to convince myself. And maybe it will be coming soon. It seems possible that it could be more
So
possible.
it sounds like you're so it sounds like you're leaning towards actually implementing your weight training into your daily life.
I think so. I think I'm more in favor of it than I thought even when we first started talking. But I think I've just been really frustrated with feeling really overwhelmed. And it felt like one more thing that I had to do rather than something that I want to do. And so this kind of helped shift it to something that I want to do. So I think it's more likely I will, because I'm not necessarily good about doing things I have to.
Okay. So you're seeing it as this is not an obligation. This is going to be something that you're going to enjoy.
That's really powerful, what you just said. That shift is what I needed the reminder of, that this isn't something somebody's making me do. This is a choice that I'm making for myself, and not just for today to feel better, but long-term for a more healthy life. Um,
Definitely. Let's talk about some more of those positivity for you implementing weight training. What other outcomes do you think that are positive that will be a positive outcome?
Well, a couple years ago, I lost a significant amount of weight. And so I have some skin that used to have fat in it that needs to have muscle in it. So it doesn't look so old. So I want to be healthy and I also want to look healthy. And so I know that will feel good. I also know that I want to remain leaner, and having more lean body mass will allow me to have, better metabolism and maintain that weight more easily. So that's another benefit. So there's lots of really well, and stress release. And it really does just feel good most of the time.
Those are all great reasons. Definitely. Those are really great reasons. And it seems like you're on the right path and you kind of know where you need to go and how to get there. It sounds like it's just a matter of you kind of building that those other tasks that you have in life, kind of minimizing those and expanding on this one. And you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. I can definitely see you get there, Shelley. You're on the
Thank
right
you.
path.
Your confidence is nice. Your confidence in me. Hopefully I will live up to that for you and for me.
You definitely will. So weight training is great, and I'm glad that you're making that change, and you do have, seems like you have a timeline going on, and it seems like you're going to be eliminating another task so that you can place your weight training into that task, which is really great. And it seems like you have positive thoughts in regards to what weight training can do for you, your body, and your longevity of life.
Yep, that's it in a nutshell right there. That's what I need to bottle and take with me.
And you can do it. I know you can do it. You just got to dig down deep in that soul and find it, and you will do it. I have no doubt about it.
Thanks. I appreciate that a lot.
So if you ever need to talk, feel free to call me and we can kind of have another chat. Does that sound about good?
Yeah, keep that bottled up little summary that you just did for me in case I need to call and get a refresher dose, okay?
Okay, will do. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, Shelley. You have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Valerie. I appreciate it a lot.
All right.